Hello, hello. Welcome on in to another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Matt.
On this Saturday's The Core series, we're exploring another Traverse City product. This is the Barrel Proof Cherry Whiskey.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell. Matt, I know we've had this before.
We've had the regular version that when I went into the
Yes.
distillery back in 2019, they gave us a box of it. It was beautiful. So our buddy Ben Stahl donated this to us about 4 years ago. It was sitting on the bar since. This is a batch one Traverse City Whiskey Co. barrel proof cherry whiskey. Now we have decided this is a whiskey, obviously not as liqueur. This is a bourbon with that had macerated cherries that are from there, the Montmorency cherries that are into the barrels and actually push them in, crush them, put them in with the bourbon, which is really good bourbon to begin with. They make this real. Now, this, like I said, this is batch one. This is bottle 1 of 6 of 525, made of the signature edition straight. So actually, they just released at the distillery in the last week, rolled to the actual whole country balls of this cask strength. So before you had to go to the distillery to get this, so it's probably already sold out at this point by the time you see this episode, but that's okay. It's delicious stuff, and Ben, you're a great guy who's also made many other amazing things to us. So
Yeah, Ben's pretty cool.
we love Traverse City, so we've got lots of free stuff from them because I've been there and they're awesome people. Had their master distiller on, big fans of these guys. They're doing it right, and Michigan, Northern Michigan is a beautiful place. So they grow all those cherries. It is the cherry capital of the world there in Traverse City, and if you have the cherry capital of the world, you better make a freaking whiskey with it. So,
And if you haven't had their actual cherries,
they're freaking awesome.
they're freaking awesome. They're better than the Luxardos, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
And slightly cheaper.
Yes.
I tell people if you think you like Luxardos, try these and see
Yes.
if maybe.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I could just drink the liquid that they're in.
they will
and
change your world.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
they're that freaking good.
Before we get into this review, I think one of the biggest reasons why we're even doing this is because we've recently reviewed Crown Royal's Golden Apple.
Yeah.
And I said during that one that this was my favorite flavored whiskey that I had ever had, this Traverse City cherry barrel proof, up until trying that Golden Apple. So I wanted to go back and re-review this one to kind of see if it holds up to the Golden Apple, if it's better, if it's not. I don't know, because $250 for a flavored whiskey, but God, that whiskey was so good.
Yeah. This
I
is
don't
true.
I don't
This
know.
is valid.
I want to know kind of where this one lies.
All right, let's see what we think.
Oh.
Nice little oak, bourbon, vanilla, cherry,
Oh, yeah.
cinnamon, caramel,
So
butterscotch.
You get that bourbon.
I get the bourbon
You
first.
get the bourbon first.
Yeah,
before
you get bourbon first. Yeah, and it's real cherry. It's not that artificial. Because like I said, they're taking real cherries and just macerating into the barrel for 10 days. It's not, they threw some flavoring in there and that. No, it's just real cherries. And those cherries, like I said, they're so freaking good.
Yes.
Oh. But yeah, we are switching to the flavored whiskeys on Saturdays rather than taking it during the week episodes because Will said, please do this.
Well, mostly just because there's so many whiskeys out there.
Many.
Yeah.
And we're trying
that's
so
true.
hard to get to as many of them as we possibly can. So
Right.
Only thousands more to go, but it's all good.
only 1,000, my ass.
I said thousands.
Yeah, thousands more to go.
Oh, it smells great, though. I
Smells
love
really
this.
good.
So the cherry is just now starting to become the predominant thing on my nose now.
Right.
Before that, it was mostly the oak, mostly the bourbon notes.
And it's that really, like, you can even smell like the cherry skins themselves, and it's the real fruit that if you're standing next to it, the actual fruit, it really comes through nicely.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of shakes, and this smells like just the black cherries that I use, the frozen black cherries that I use for those.
But better.
Yeah, but better.
Yeah, a lot better.
So the bourbon is still the forefront of the actual palate as well. But then about mid palate and back, you get those cherries, and it finishes again with bourbon for me.
Yep.
As far as like the sweetness, the vanilla and brown sugar, but that cherry is just it's real. It's good.
Yeah, real cherries, like so vanilla, cinnamon, caramel, butterscotch, lots of bourbon, obviously. It's just delicious. This is what I wish all flavored whiskeys would go to real fruit, not the artificial crap that actually tastes good instead of syrupy mess. It'll mess you have horrible hangover.
Overly
This
sweet.
is good. This is what it should be like. Traverse City's doing this. They also have a Michigan apple, which we've reviewed in the past, which is also fabulous.
Yes.
So you get a chance, and that is starting to be distributed nationwide as well. So you can pick up the Michigan apple now too, which is awesome stuff.
Awesome.
Nice.
So you can get this one and that one, and so yeah, they're doing it right. And they're supposed to have a peach coming out as well, which I'm excited about trying.
What's my price point on this one, Matt?
I think these are like $60 for the barrel proof. That's not terrible
I
compared to $250 to the golden apple. I mean,
yeah.
Obviously, it's not 23 years old, but it's still, it's still probably 3 or 4 years old. I'm not sad. It tastes great.
I'd pay $60 for this.
It's still
it's probably worth $60.
Denseness, and it still has the tannin.
Yeah, it does.
Of an
it's
older
beautiful.
whiskey. Granted, it doesn't have 23 years old. It doesn't have that kind of tannin.
Yeah,
but
it's
there's enough tannin in there to where it is a level of leather, a level of oak that really kind of is predominantly in there. It's not overly sweet.
No, you stick it over an ice cube. Great.
Can you imagine this?
Amazing old fashioned.
I was about to say that. I'm not a mixed drinker. I just don't do it. But I can imagine this in an old fashioned.
Oh, I've had it. It's glorious in an old fashioned.
I bet. Yeah.
See, and I think that this would be a really, really great straight up Manhattan, nothing added. Just chill this over ice and put it in the martini glass up.
Yeah.
And that's really all this needs to shine as far as just being served as a cocktail. And it for me.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I can just see it as an old fashioned. A lot of restaurants just make this.
Yeah,
and not having
ice.
cherry component at all.
I would still add the cherry component.
I would lean into orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just because
Either
this
way
is
is good.
very forward.
I mean, like I said, if you do, like these are limited, so if you get a chance, pick it up if you see it, because it's probably not going to be there next time you come by the store. So,
nope,
fabulous stuff. Like I said, as usual, I know they got all this new finishes coming out of there. We're gonna give a talk to them, see if we can get a hold of some more Traverse City stuff, because love them, doing a fabulous job, and can't wait to try more Traverse City stuff for sure. But thanks again, guys. Really appreciate you dropping this off. I know it sat in the bar for 4 years, but we're rooting for you, Ben. Appreciate it, bud.
Thank you, Ben. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell. Come hang out with us live on Monday nights and check out Patreon for behind the scenes fun. And until next time,
keep on crusading for the liquids in your glass. Cheers.
All right. That's good shit.
That's really good shit.
Really good shit.
All right, Will. It's time for your fun.
Heard.